Welcome to the Gary Abbott YouTube channel. Thanks for coming along. I did the video that everybody asked for. What do I see as the best deals in the villages in different price ranges? So today's video, because it takes quite a bit of research to look at all the homes, and I want to throw a couple of caveats out there. If the home was pending, I kind of tried to skip it unless I have a point to make. If the homes clearly weren't in the villages, because on some of the listings on the MLS, you'll get surrounding areas. I excluded those. So I took two categories, one up to 250, from 0 to 250,000. Then I took another category of 250,000 to 350,000. And I'm going to tell you, in the first category we're going to go over, I ran into an immediate problem. There are a number of homes that are around 200,000, under, over. They're manufactured houses. They're in the old section. I just couldn't pick those. I couldn't do it because for $30,000 more, you could get a brand new house. I struggled with that. Now, I know a brand new house may come with a bond, but there's such a world of difference for $30,000, and that's the price of a car. Maybe you have two cars, get rid of one, get a better house. Just get a better house. That's what I came up with. I looked at a lot, trying to just find, and what I found was manufacturing. Many don't have garages, they have carports, the laundry's in the garage, the structure isn't, it's old, inside is old. I mean, you get it. Now, if that's all you can afford, that's that's what you're looking at. But I struggled with the separation of $30,000. With the cost of things today, that's a choice that's really hard. So in my narrowing it down, I did not get anything under the 200,000 that I would recommend as a great buy, because that one is really pulling teeth at what you like, or what the kind of carport and how that lanai looks. I'm not going to go on and on about it, but I didn't do it. So here's what I then started to find was brand new homes. I used Trulia, Realtor.com, and the villages to look for houses. And so I found these homes, $239 for sale. They dropped from $245. And I looked at them, and 2-bed, 2-bath, 979 square feet. It really is for a single or a couple that can live with 2-bed, 2-bath. In a garage, it's probably 1.5 to fit a golf cart. So I looked at these homes, and when I look at these homes and I show the pictures, it's not bad. They're newly built. They're not horrible. But again, I'm not going to go through these listings in detail. But here comes the overhead shots looking at it. There's a fence behind you and then some trees. That road behind you, the Turnpike. There were two houses on this road that they're up against the edge. Yeah, and it's only a cart and a half for the golf cart. So I looked at these and said, no. Here's another one. This is a different one on the same street, kind of the same situation. Similar homes, and this one was priced at $250. So the other one's lower. You wouldn't really do this. And again, if I look to the big overhead shots of where you see these houses are, no. Turnpike. Another one I looked at that I thought was interesting. It was right at the number, 250,000. And this one had 1,156 square feet. One car garage still, but its location is towards Lake Sumter. Location matters. For this home and what you get to be that close, you got to take a look at it probably in the 250. But again, we're not talking a very big size house, but 1,100 is better than under 1,000. And it's not that bad, but the location, I think, is the thing that you would take a look at. So what did I pick? Let me give you some examples. I picked, if you're going to be in this price range, and I think I just messed that up. I picked these houses in Shady Brook. They are 974 square feet, the 1.5 kind of garage, but brand new, 231, not up against the highway or the Turnpike. I just kind of like it. I think these are $231,000. You'll be in the Villages. You'll be in Shady Brook, close to Eastport. I think these are, for the under 250,000, this is what you're really going to get. I did not see, I tried to look for a 2-car garage or anything like that. Now you're pretty much into 1.5-car garages. Now again, in here there are some older sections, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. There was another one. Let me just show you where this is in Shady Brook. The Saluki rec area is right here. Eastport is right there. Not a bad location. Let me take a look at another one. 234,000. I kind of like the front a little bit better. That's just my opinion. Let's see where this is. Exact same neighborhood. Exact same neighborhood as the last one. Let's take a look at a few pictures. I think you would enjoy this house. I like the front entryway. I like the room for chairs. For 230,000, I think you've got a pretty nice house, and you're close by the rec center. You're close by Eastport. If I was in this category, I would be looking at these homes over all the others. Now again, I didn't look up the bond on these houses, but I would, it's spread out. They're smaller homes. The bonds will be smaller. Again, my opinion, not a realtor, not an agent, not looking out for you, but just looking at homes and saying, what looks like a good or the best I can see in this category. That's what I came up with for under $250,000. So now let's go to a category that's probably got more people, 250 to 350. This one's a lot better, a lot more homes to show you. And again, I'm mixing it up between, Realtor.com, Trulia. So for $269,000, you can up the square footage to 1,216. 2-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage. So that's $19,000 will bump you up to, you can find a 2-car garage and a 1,200 square foot home. And I thought this was not too bad. Looking at the house, a little older area. I thought the lanai was good for $269,000. Remember, we're in the $250,000 to $350. But I thought this was pretty good. And so if you wanted to look at it more, there's the listing. It's only been on for 3 days. Probably will go if you're interested in that one. Next house. Another 260, 269, 270. We'll call it in that price range. It looks like a corner lot, kind of on I think a dead end where the fence is. I don't know if it goes through, but this one caught my eye. Nice cabinets. You know, it's an older home. Looking at the counter, but you get for $269. I think the big item here is you're getting 1,154 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath. Still not my favorite, but not too bad. The next home was in Shady Brook, where we kind of looked before. You kind of bump up here. 276. What does it get you? 2 beds, 2-bath, 1,295 square feet. I believe it still only gets you the 1-car garage. But I just wanted to, you around the 250, you bump up $16,000, and you can bump up to more square footage, plus a golf cart garage, as you can see here. A pretty big lanai off to the side there. I thought this was worth showing. I like the high ceilings, the openness of this house. But again, Shady Brook, it's a pretty good deal if you, depending on if you're into that under 1,000. You can see where, you know, you're paying a little bit more and you're getting a little bit more square footage. Yeah, it's the 1-car plus a golf cart garage. So, something I wanted to throw in here for $276. $278. We're up to $278. And I had to put this one in here. It's an older home, but definitely a 2-car garage. A nice lanai, a nice deck off the lanai. This looked pretty good for two. You know, you've got the, when you look at this house, it looks pretty good. Let's take a look at, sorry, on my iPad, you just can't get there. But I do like this home. This home is 1,474 square foot and 3-bed, 2 baths. For that price of $278. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, the next one is $325,000. 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,537 square feet. This is the pick. I'm going to show you a couple more homes, but this is the pick. Now, this house has been in 2 other YouTubers' real estate videos, as if you were really interested in a home, this was the one you should be looking at, and I agree. This 324, I believe it's Moultrie Creek. It is down in that area, but when you look at this home floor plan, 2-car garage, 4 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms. I do think this is the, in this price bracket, I believe this house is the one you want to look at. 7956 Jeff Anderson Way in the Villages, down by Moultrie Creek. This one I would really take a hard look at. You know, this, I've looked at it a couple of times, and clearly it's impressive. New, relatively new. As you can see, It is not on the Villages listing. It is on the MLS listing. So you may miss this if you don't check the MLS listing. So that really is my pick in this category. Like I picked in the other category was to buy in Shady Brook. This house is the one I recommend. But I want to show you a couple more. This one's near a Spanish Springs, 2-car plus a golf cart, $334. Price has been lowered $15,000. This one you should take a look at. It's an older home, but it's one you might want to take a look at. Let's take a look at the living room, the dining room. It's a nice house. It's one in the, it's been redone. I guess what I'm really looking at here is you are talking about an older home that's been completely updated. This is a nice looking home for the price. For $335,000, this one you should take a look at. Even up there by Spanish Springs, this is a nice house. Let's go to another one. Okay, in the Villages listing, this house in Water's Edge, 3-bed, 2 baths, 2-car garage. I like the looks of it. I like this lanai. The inside of the house, it's a relatively brand new home. It's not relatively, it is brand new. I like the looks of this. I like the hallway. There's a lot of things to like about this house. So Water's Edge is right there next to Eastport. So you're going to get that benefit of that as well, being right there. This home went pending. Oh, that's why, okay, I included this one because it went pending. People are snatching these up for around this price. There's a lot of these homes. I really like this one. Okay, so I went back to this page. You notice it's pending. There's a number of these homes that look like this or similar in Water's Edge that are all on the market around $330,000, and almost I couldn't find one that's not pending. The point I want to make is those are great deals that people are scooping up as soon as they go on the market. And so you really need a Villages agent to get you one of these homes, but they're in that $330,000. So if you don't like that other home, get with an agent and look at one of these. These are good homes. Let's go, I think, to the final home. The final home is $350,000, right at the max. And looks like a designer home, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. This is around Chandler Drive, not below the Turnpike, above the Turnpike. I think it's in Lake Denham. This is a good deal for an existing home. It's a pre-owned home that they're selling. I like the white cabinets and the counter. It really is a nice, let's just try to open that up a little bit so we get as best picture quality we can. But I like the shower. This home, it looks like it's up against Chandler Drive or looking out towards there, but there's a big space here. I kind of like it, and it's something that you might want to consider. I think for $350,000. Now again, this is not my preferred home. If we want to go back to that, let's go back to the preferred home. Again, this is not a bad price for this home, but let's go back to the preferred home. I did call it 5 beds. It's 4 beds, which is a lot. 4 beds, $324 down in that Moultrie Creek area. So there's my 2 picks. I picked this house, but if you want to be in the same price range and be in a brand new house in Shady Brook or Water's Edge, talk to an agent. They're in this price range. So again, I hate to say it, I ended up, this is a pre-owned, but you could really swap out for a brand new home if you wanted a little bit more north towards Eastport than this home. I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to put it together. I know I didn't go into every detail and every part of each of these homes, but to give you an idea of what's available and what I think is a good deal today, which is May 12th, 2025. I'm surprised this home has been on the market and still there for 46 days. If you want me to do 350 to 450, 450 to 550, you gotta tell me in the comments below. Do it again, Gary. Do it for the next 2. And you have to recognize this houses come off the market, come on the market. I saw some terrific deals. You know, houses that were really a lot of square feet for like 300,000. I don't think they're on the market very long. Very quick. If somebody's just I got to get rid of this property, you're going to miss those unless you got a realtor or a village agent looking out for you. I'm just telling. I saw some that would have made probably #1, but they were already gone. So this is an ever-changing market. You can only take this snapshot as a snapshot. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And let me know, do you want to do the next 2 sections? It does take quite a bit of work, but I probably am up for it if enough people say, yeah, I like this. Go the next round. Thanks for watching.